to A Race Down Memory Lane, your go-to source for unbiased NASCAR news. We're your hosts,
Lydia,
Cassandra,
and Vanessa Johnson.
Elliot won. Please don't scream.
We are. Hey, I'm talking here. What race was that? Watkins Glen. We're coming off of Watkins Glen. And before we get to the end of the race, if I can get my screen to work, here are our stage results. Martin Truex Jr., no surprise, won stage one. Look at stage one though. That happened. So we had a lot of people going for pit strategy that pit right before the end of stage one, because you know the pit road closes 2 laps before the end of stage one and before the end of stage 2. But anyway, we had a lot of people pitting, including the leaders, and we ended up with a pretty nice top 5. So what those folks get, top 10 in a stage victory get stage points. So that comes into play later on in the chase, which we need to monitor because we're, what, 4 races away?
Elliot won.
Something close. Anywho, stage 2, a little more typical of what you would think, perhaps. But Elliot won stage 2, Kyle Busch, Hamlin. Jones was kind of a high flyer, and then Truex Jr.
A what? A high
flyer. Who's higher in the standings than I thought he would have been. I don't know, I invented my own expression. Live with it. And then Truex Jr. finished 5th in that one. Once again, the little teal bluish color is our picks and predictions.
Once again, we didn't do a video last week.
But we did do the picks and predictions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Lydia cheated.
I did not.
She picked Elliot.
Why is it not
working? I did too.
Why?
He started in 3rd. Yeah.
Did it freeze? Pause. Momentary intermission. Don't touchy my thingy.
Ow. You just bonked my head with your elbow.
There we go.
You bonked my elbow with your head.
Here's the finishing order. Chase Elliott won the race. Martin Truex Jr. came in 2nd. Kyle Busch in 3rd. Daniel Suarez in 4th.
And
Jones in 5th.
If
I
you
guess I'll have
live
to say all this.
right, if you live anywhere,
Byron and 8th.
If you live anywhere on the West Coast, you will have heard us after the race.
Yeah, we were loud. Outside the top 10, we actually didn't have any picks or predictions, which is a first. Maybe not a first, but it's been a long time. Typically, all of this is blue.
Why is Clickerman on there?
Because he's a road course racer. I put.
Yeah, but why do we care? We don't put Boris
I
Said
put
on there.
Allmendinger. Well, he wasn't in this race.
Yeah, but we don't do it when he isn't.
I have on occasion. I put him in Sonoma a couple years ago. Anyway, so these are the guys, Johnson aside, that I would have expected to do well on a road course, and for the most part they did. Clickerman probably didn't do as well as expected. But Boyer in 11th, Allmendinger in 15th, McDowell in 18th, Clickerman in 24th, and Johnson rounding out in 30th. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yay.
Okay, let's get through these. Chase standings. These are important. Take a look at number 5. Chase is in the chase.
And he's far up there.
He's 5th in the standings. That's point standings that have got him there, so he's done a very good job there. And then also he's got some stage points too. He's won at least 2 stages.
Right, and this isn't, we need to start exactly right once the chase starts because they'll reset to a certain number and then wherever they fall in the normal
stage points.
It's messed up. We'll tell you how it works
we'll
out
explain
when
it at the start of the chase. But
it's close.
So the green guys are locked in. They have a win. The only qualifier for that is you have to be in the top 30 in points. So far, all of them are. Dylan is right about
teetering
20
on the edge
right now. So if he doesn't run better, he is probably in danger of losing that position. But he'll probably be okay. Yeah. And then these are the guys that are not locked in, but only the top 16 will be in the chase after. What race is it?
It's not Richmond. Indianapolis, I think. No? I haven't watched our video in a long time, so.
Anyway, so when the chase starts, the top 16 will be in it, and then after 3 races, we eliminate the bottom 4. So these guys, 13, 14, 15, and 16, are looking on the bubble right now. Well, it seems we can't get through one of these videos without some technical difficulties, but we have resolved them. So, where we left off, where you think we left off, was on the last slide for chase standings. So these are the guys, Bowman, as of right now, if the chase were to start today, to quote every NASCAR broadcast ever. But those Stenhouse and Down would be knocked out.
Right.
And Bowman would be the last one in if the chase were to start today. Moving along. Here, that was bad. I don't know why I did that. Pardon me. Moving along. We have our picks and prediction score from this race. Cassie won predictions, and she and I tied for picks. And then here's our running score in the year currently.
Starting to
Cassie's
regain
winning
a little bit of a lead on Vanessa. Not too much. Little by little.
Yeah, that's 8 points now.
Yeah.
Not much.
No.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So,
Johnson.
well, before we go any further, in case you didn't,
You're taking my hair.
that's your problem. Before we go any further, let's mention, in case folks don't know, that this is Chase Elliott's first Cup win ever after 8 second place finishes. So, that's important. His dad also had 8 second place finishes before he got a Cup win. Interesting
It's a
little
family thing.
tidbit of trivia. Tidbit of trivia knowledge.
Would that be genetic?
Probably not.
Finish.
Okay, but we were going to talk about why Johnson finished 30th, and so the first problem was before the first stage even ended, his rearview mirror came off the windshield, or wherever. I don't think they have it on the windshield actually. Wherever it's attached to, it came off, and
So eloquent.
they attempted to fix it with duct tape, which is the pinnacle of redneck engineering, and were not successful, and they gave up. Anyway, he raced the whole race practically without a rearview mirror, which is a bad thing to have to do at a road course. So he was already struggling, but he was running fairly well until a pit stop near the end of the race. I can't remember if it was the one right after stage 2 ended. Huh?
Worries.
I'm tired, okay? I can't remember if it was the one after stage 2 ended or later on in green flag runs, but he...
Please go.
You're the one laughing.
I know.
But he got penalized for driving through too many pit boxes, and there was, well, Chad Knaus, as usual, didn't think the penalty was valid. I am undecided. The other angle, so the angle that actually showed where his tire was, it didn't look like it to me, but they didn't show it very long either, so. Anyway, he still got penalized for it, whether he actually did it or not, and that bumped him back, and he ended up finishing 30th. But after the race, last lap, Truex Jr., Chase Elliott blew turn 1 of the last lap, big time, took it way, way wide.
Yeah.
And Chase Elliott, or Truex Jr., kind of blew it too, because he saw Chase Elliott took it so wide, and he tried to come out of the corner too quickly to try to complete the pass, and he ended up spinning his rear tires and going into a bit of a fishtail, which kind of blew the corner for him too. So Chase Elliott was able to come out with the lead, barely. And then halfway through that lap, Truex Jr. ran out of gas, and Elliott ended up running out shortly after he crossed the finish line. So it was a pretty close race.
Johnson pushed him.
And Johnson pushed him around for his victory lap. It was pretty cool. So, Truex Jr. and fuel mileage, though, I always find that entertaining.
Yeah.
Anything?
I don't think there was anything else we needed to talk about.
I think that's it. If we forgot something, too bad. Anyway, we think it's Michigan next week.
Yeah.
I think. Not positive. But Byron's good at Michigan, so he's one to watch. Also, Bill Elliott will be in a car at Road America for the Xfinity Series, so that might be a fun one to watch too. But
It's always fun anyway.
Yeah, Road America is not a track to miss. It was McDowell's first win in the Xfinity Series.
That was Mid-Ohio, right?
No. That was Road America. We were watching that live a couple years ago. Mid-Ohio was amazing and it was raining, but it wasn't McDowell's first win.
It was raining when McDowell won. Okay. They were both raining.
Okay, don't miss Road America. Bill Elliott will be in it. We think it's Michigan for the Cup Series next week. I think it's Mid-Ohio for Xfinity next week.
I don't know.
We don't know. But what we do know is this is the last of Post-Watkins Glen, race down memory lane, your go-to source for unbiased NASCAR news. And somewhat unknowledgeable NASCAR news today.
Can you tell it's not scripted?
What?
Can you tell it's not scripted?
It's weird. One of you two, go!
Ow. Me? I'm doing intro? I've been waiting for you. You do intro. No.
Yes. No, pick a number between 1 and 10. Closest one does intro. Got my
9.
number. Pick different numbers.
6. 9.
Number was 4.
Oh, no.
You go.
Who goes?
You!
Okay. Near the conditions.
You weren't paying attention. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We have 20 minutes to film this video.
You have to put that in.
I'll think about it if we can ever get to the editing stage.
Okay.